Newbee's turn to ban.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to what is quickly becoming one of the more hyped series of our day-to-day, Newbee versus Team Liquid.
10 seconds
Ridiculous, over 70-minute experience of high-level play between both these teams has finally earned Newbee the victory in game number 1, but here we are back at it, Fogged and myself, ready to present epic game number 2, we hope.
We learned a lot last game. We learned that Storm Spirit gains Black Hole.
Yeah, certainly does.
If you did not watch this last series, if you are just tuning in now for this Newbee Liquid, I highly suggest watching game 1. SCCC had probably one of the best Storm performances in quite a long time. Some incredible Aghanims. Yes, I said Aghanims, Electric Vortexes. And not only that, he was 44 out of 46 kill participation, I believe you were saying before. So definitely go back and watch that one when you guys get a chance. But now, jumping into this one, a little bit of change up in bans. The Monkey King makes it through. Liquid grabs it up right away.
All right, so GH, I imagine, is going to be our Monkey King player. I have personally not seen this guy play Monkey King.
I have not seen
He's a 9K god. I'm expecting 9K Monkey to come out here. But not hesitating one bit here. Newbee, go right into that Keeper of the Light once again, possibly for Faith, and then straight into the Nyx Assassin. You know, credit to Faith, man. He's, you know, typically one of those hard 5-6 positions, but he found the farm and grinded away in that first game and got a good time of Ags.
Liquid get their Invoker, though, this time. It's been banned every single game versus them here. It's been Wisp Invoker has been banned nonstop versus them, as you would kind of expect, versus GH and Miracle.
No, but this is great because we're gonna get Miracle versus SCCC in the mid lane.
But it was also they knew this Invoker was coming 100%. That's why they pick up the Nyx already. They were like, okay, we left the Invoker. We know what we're already going for. We know what we're gonna play versus. So that's what I would expect as to why they would pick it up. The Keeper of Life, I think this just might be Newbee's best hero. I think there's like the way that they play around it and everything. They kept this Aghanims always like 18 to 20 minutes. It's pretty absurd. And he's very good versus Monkey King, as we've seen multiple times.
Oh, yeah.
He drops his ult, you blinding light, that Monkey King ult is just gone.
Yep. Blast him out of the trees, blast him out of his own ulti.
Exactly.
Takes him right out of the fight. I love Keeper being used that way.
And later on, once you get your Aghanims, you're always able to spot where the Monkey King is lurking inside of these engagements. So I really like this approach already coming out from Newbee, the setup. They look like they have a nice, clean idea of, toward what Liquid already is kind of going for.
You know, that's the deal with the later portion of the game with the Monkey King. The Monkey King is hoping that he gets all that mileage done in the early game. Jumping through those trees, having those surprise jumps, and really causing a bit of a ruckus, you know, similar to how we'll see Earth Spirits play in a lot of the games, just trying to make a strong early game impact.
This Lifestealer hero, like I feel like this hero is coming, like I'm not saying coming back because it's been around, but it seems like to be super powerful in this tournament so far. Like every team that's picked up a Lifestealer, I feel like
every team has like
really
a Lifestealer lineup and a Lifestealer player. I mean, IG have gotten huge success in DPL coming into this tournament with Burning's Lifestealer. We saw earlier MP find success. Owie had a Lifestealer in that game. Like
just now, like everybody's having pretty good success with the Lifestealer.
Pretty sure we had a Lifestealers in our first series of the day with PGJ and whoever the hell they played.
Liquid's turn to pick.
For here, we're going. Oh yeah, LFY. That's right. Jug going to be the tried and true pickup here. We saw it in the previous game of the Miracle, but now it looks like the Newbee side.
Crystal Maiden.
Possibly U9 if they don't give it to SCC in the mid lane versus Invoker, which I've seen that matchup before, but I don't know if this is the time and place. And then Liquid going to a solid Crystal Maiden, battling getting the extra bit of mana throughout the early game.
I think it could be maybe possible they go for like, I was going to say maybe Lina for SCCC, but then versus the Monkey King Invoker could be a little susceptible to the move ganks and, you know, and scale. That's why I think Newbee likes to scale a bit more. But Lina has been coming into fruition a lot more. Yeah. Looking at Liquid's bans, the TA and the Naga, I think these kind of like are total, but since they have the Invoker, they want to have the Invoker with a good matchup, and then they don't want to deal with the Coddle Naga split push, you know.
Could we see the Swag Fiend, or do you think he's also susceptible to kind of the early game movement too?
It's one of his most comfortable heroes.
I mean, to see like a Miracle Invoker versus like an SEC comfort pick in the mid lane, like very hype. Who are the true mid lane? I want my preview to the 1v1 right.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Maybe they'll think it a bit. Curious if they usually run this Nyx as an offlane pick KP, or if they're going to be Kaka. I think they ran it on Kaka in their earlier series.
Earth Spirit.
Nope. Not this time, though. Earth Spirit comes out
Liquid's
now,
turn
which
to
makes it a
pick.
bit more clear-cut, more position roaming Earth Spirit, and it's going to be a Nyx Assassin support. And then look at this
Newbee's
pickup
turn
from
to ban.
Liquid. Nature's Prophet comes out. They had this in their first series, but they ran it mid lane under Matama Man. I don't know if that's going to be the same case here with Invoker already being out, but definitely some funky action here from
10
unless
seconds
we've seen
remaining.
Mind Control play NP in the past. Like I'm talking
5 seconds remaining.
A while back.
Shanghai Major
Yeah.
past, I think.
Yep.
When they were like alternating
Liquid's
between
turn
Matama
to
Man and Mind
ban.
Control, but
I'm trying to get the full reasoning as to why they drafted it. Maybe to put the pressure on the safe lane, since Keeper Light needs a lot of levels, and so does Nyx. They can, Keeper Light and Nurse Spirit need a lot of levels. He can just constantly be up there and force pressure
10
and force
seconds
levels with the
remaining.
Monkey King. But they picked it into a Nyx Assassin, who's
5
probably one of the better
seconds
heroes
remaining.
at just catching the
Yeah,
Fury on the
that's
split
true,
push
that's
and
true.
the movement around the map.
Gotta say, I don't know if it was said
Reserve
yet,
time.
but Earth Spirit's also pretty nice to have against Monkey King. You can just rolling boulder through the trees,
Yeah.
and you'll connect with him and take him off the tree.
Yeah.
So that's like a stun slow combo. So I don't know here. I'm a little concerned for Liquid right now as far as the draft's thrown together, but maybe there's something that we're not seeing, something between the lines that they're going to be able to sync it all together with this magical fifth pick.
Yeah, they're trying to get more push type thing too with the Furion, I guess, for that, and just and pressuring the safe lane. Like, that's mine. I mean, they probably do have some other.
I mean, this
hidden
fifth pick
telltale
could be, yeah. I mean, I don't want to be so ballsy, but if this was a Lone Druid era still, it could have been a fifth pick Lone Druid. You have Alacrity Bear plus Nature's Prophet. I mean, that's like all in on heavy push. I don't know if that's something they're going for, that this would be some sort of crazy like Brewmaster or something to help
picking
push.
like heavy push into like Coddle, right? Though it's like
That's true. That's true.
yeah, see how they do want to round it up. Maybe they just put Matu on the Furion and they just pick another offlaner still, and then they just have him getting really involved very early. I think that might be the case just because they don't have a clear-cut initiator. They probably want to just have this DPSing Furion and then Mind Control being an initiator on a different hero.
Yeah, what is still out there? Axe is gone, Magnus gone, Centaur's now gone.
Batten, Bat Rider. At Bat Rider versus Nyx and Jug and Coddle, I don't think Bat Rider is probably an ideal option here.
Yeah, Darkseer doesn't really add a whole lot. He used to be known to play a lot of good Darkseer, but
Yeah.
Darkseer doesn't really help much on his team. Maybe Monkey King, Iron Shell. I haven't seen it too much, but I don't think that's the winning ticket here for him. They're going to ban out the Ember, even
Liquid's
though
turn
typically
to
you'd
pick.
see Ember as a bad matchup against Invoker in the mid lane. I guess giving it the bit of respect. Rid of it.
They don't have like great lockdown for him. They've got the
That's
Frostbite, sure, and then the Boundless Strike, but other than that, it's not really ideal to catch an
10
Ember Spirit with that.
seconds remaining.
Not a whole lot of reserve time to work with here if you're Liquid, and this will
5
certainly
seconds
identify
remaining.
exactly what this Nature's Prophet is going to be up to here. This is either going to be the Mind Control pickup or
Reserve
a
time.
late game Matama Man grab. I don't know if a cheesy pick might suddenly surface.
I don't really think you want to have your two cores be int heroes. So it's like they want an initiator, but they also wanted
Matama Man, Nature's Prophet.
Newbee's
Matumba
turn to
Nature's
pick.
Prophet. So
He normally plays it in the mid lane. I don't know, do you take that away from the Invoker, and can Miracle rep this Invoker in one of the same? Nature's Prophet also could be susceptible to ganks from Earth Sphere. You could say the same about
10
Invoker unless he
seconds
gets an early
remaining.
Ghost Walk. It can be a tricky
I
game.
think the Invoker, I think it's just standard
5
lanes. I think it just has
seconds
to be in the
remaining.
Invoker mid and Fury in safe lane. He can get involved very early.
Reserve time.
A little skeptic, not gonna lie.
Me too.
Oh,
man.
And then Newbee come out with the big guns now, and they get the Alchemist here. Not exactly the one-on-one matchup in the mid lane I was hoping to see. Alchemist
Yeah.
isn't really an exciting mid laner to show off all your mid-game or mid-lane finesse between 9K players, but
It gives
Newbee
them,
want to win.
they want to, I mean, they have
They
a
wanna
very
win.
hard scaling lineup versus a lineup that I would say, I mean, the Invoker is a hero that can always like infinitely kind of scale, but Furion into a Nyx Assassin, you are a hero that gains a lot of int. Those mana burns really hurt. I'm liking what Newbee's got in this one.
Newbee taking the 2 cores that Liquid tried to pull out in game number 1 and just taking it right back at him. How much of a, I don't want to say how devastating, but how much of a message would that put out there here? You know, Newbee coming in 4-0 to start, probably sitting at the top of
10
what is
seconds
tougher of the
remaining.
2 groups, or teams like Liquid are coming in as potential favorites. I don't
5
want to say
seconds
maybe the whole
remaining.
tournament, but definitely people were looking at Liquid as a possible top 3.
Yeah.
And now could find themselves just already slumping down into the lower bracket. We move on to playoffs here, unless they could pull out something clutch here in the second game. I don't know, though. I naturally just kind of lean towards Newbee here with this draft.
Yeah, I do too. It's always about this like Monkey King Invoker. There could be some ridiculous stuff that happens in the laning phase that just gives the Invoker such a good start. And if Monkey King does have a really good start, I mean, he can become a massive driving force in these games. Like if he gets his Basher like pre-15 minutes or whatever as a support, it's ludicrous how much you actually do in that fight.
I'm excited to see what GH is going to be able to do with it.
Kuroki, Monkey King, GHCM.
Oh, whoa. Okay. Kuro, a guy who has played, feels like almost every role in the game. Maybe he's just the one who has played Monkey King. GH hasn't really had the time to grind it out in pubs. This is the classic start for your Monkey King. You go up towards the top bounty, find a tree, and just kind of wait for a level 1 pounce.
He wants to get some wards down.
Block out the camps here?
Yeah, it's blocking out.
That one didn't. Did that block? Yeah.
Yeah, that blocks it. Yeah,
Okay.
that's the. And he puts a ward behind for vision.
Are they doing aggro lanes? So aggro, or you know what they did maybe
What
last
they did
time.
before, I think. Yeah.
Give Mind Control a good start. Okay, turns the round forward here. Alone. Okay. Could be surrounded by 3 Liquid members here in a hot second, and they're gonna go for it right away. There's the burrow. Pounce coming
Orb
in.
of Venom.
The right clicks, the Orb of Venom. Suddenly Earth Spirit shows up and says, lay off my man. He's going to be able to avoid the Sunstrike and avoid being First Blood, as it looks like. Kaka shows up. Ooh, a Blast also comes out here.
Forcing Mind Control to salve up. UU9 does not have a salve, however. He actually has to. I mean, he doesn't have to go. Maybe he goes to a shrine and just walks back and uses one quickly and comes back. But we'll see. Does he have something coming on the courier? He has a TP, so it looks like that might be the plan.
Jumps in for Faith here, but Faith
battle
obviously
begins.
already pretty far and away. Will allow Liquid to secure up another good bounty rune start. But as they got that KP was able to grab the bounty rune on the bottom, so it's 2 for 2. Takes it away from Matama Man.
Yeah, stunned him and grabbed it.
What about this matchup here? We're going to have Nyx Assassin versus Nature's Prophet. Feels pretty good for Nature's Prophet. I mean, you got the trees and the range to kind of work with.
Yeah.
But I don't know if like maybe as Mana Burn comes online and levels come online, it could be tougher. Oh, top lane here. Here we go. Pounce, Sunstrike, and there's your First Blood. Faith can be easily taken down and possibly going for more here. Frostbite set up on for Kaka. They use the Mango to get the Burrow, and they'll leave it for Kuro to get the last hit. Suddenly 2-0 for Liquid, coming out in all cylinders in game number 2.
Yeah, very aggressive plays there. The Faith, as soon as Faith stepped on the side there, I think he knew himself. He was like, I should not be in the side versus a Monkey King. I need to be playing in the lane. And they end up, losing 2 right away.
Fighting by
Shrine here. Curious to see if they take their business right back towards the top lane. This Monkey King quickly could become a headache in the early game. That's where Kaka needs to kind of do the same for himself and his team. So here he comes towards the bottom lane, looking for a setup with a rolling boulder here. I feel like every Earth Spirit I've seen today, I've had terrible times connecting with rolling boulders in the early game. Let's see if Kaka can do it.
Matu's level 2.
Don't get the setup with the stun
the
early. Yeah, without boulder smash.
As for the 1v1 matchup, as the Nyx versus the Furion, Furion's able to pressure a bit with Treants, but with Poor Man's Shield, Nyx is actually able to do quite well in that 1v1 scenario. But yeah, with also a rotation early from an Earth Spirit forcing Furion to TP, if you get a little bit of advantage in Nyx, it makes it really big because he can't stack up 4 Treants. It makes it a lot easier for you in the lane.
DH flirting around here. He wants to try to steal the bounty, but Faith is like, no, it's my bounty, and he's not going to be able to get it because he'll get frostbit. So
This'll come in handy.
nice snag there from GH, able to take the deep bounty rune away. Looks like the exchange will be that it's going to be a bit of a pull here. Faith will try his best to blast it down and contest as much as possible, but it's a pretty nice lead-in for Liquid already. Over on the other side, SEC is already kind of working with the jungle camps nearby and the bounty runes. You see that Kuro has been waiting in the mid lane to maybe get an approach, but SEC has been able to kind of farm on the side. He's already level 4 at 2.5 minutes in.
Yeah, he's getting pressured a bit by like the Monkey King missing and also Miracle going for the Wax Sword early build with the Alacrity. Just gets right
scan too.
He gets hit really hard and he's trying to go for it, yeah.
Oh, top lane.
Top.
setup there. U9 tries to Blade Fury out from this one, and so they'll be fine.
Lots of pressure being put on that safe lane.
Yeah. Well, aggro set up here. Kuro makes his return too. Oh god, what is he doing? Hey, he's floating in as a tree. Creeps up from behind. They don't ping him. Been able to sneak through. DH also coming in. They want to dive for this Jug, and they might be able to do it. Hit him with the Nova 2. He has no Blade Fury to make it out, and Kuro will get the finish. Another takedown here. Hot start for Liquid. 3-0.
Jug's still able to get decent CS, and they're getting okay, I guess, okay experience on the supports because Kaka is just sitting in the bottom lane. But yeah, definitely nice pickups there coming for Liquid, giving a lot of space to the mid lane and the bottom lane to do kind of what they want, while the supports are able to get stuff.
Whoa, swing and a miss on the boulder roll. That was a good step back from Matamaman here, as Newbee are not able to apply as much safe lane pressure as they're receiving. Hoping to. So I'm curious if Kaka continues to hang around here and go for another take, or if he's going to have to take his business elsewhere. Seems like it could be shifting through and back towards the mid lane, where we have Kuro looking to pounce here. Sunstrike is going to make some mild connection. Rotations are going to be forced out though, but no full kill. Kuro really being all over the place, making good use out of the early game with his Monkey King.
Yeah.
Get 2 all over the place here. Does need to find some time to level up, but looks like he's about to get to his level 3, so it's not jabby.
Well, I don't think this is the game where we're going to be seeing a very early Coddle Axe.
Yeah, right?
They're putting a ton of pressure on that safe lane.
Yeah. Kind of trying to be babysitter to Nine's kind of an awkward spot where he'll just have to pull camps here and hope to God there's no monkey waiting in the tree nearby.
Dire's middle tower.
So
is
Mind Control
under
gets his
attack.
head start. Liquid love to set up for him. DH is going to be a bit greedy at this moment and work in the jungle to kind of muscle up his Crystal Maiden a bit. Always being proactive for setups across the map here, utilizing that Sunstrike as much as possible. Kuro potentially makes his back towards the mid lane here.
Trying to catch the Alchemist every time. Now he knows the Alch's probably farming over here, so he's
Yep.
gonna get over here. He's gonna get eyes on this.
Kaka is close by. Pinging onto him here. Not going for it, but he's one man. Oh, I like this. Pops into the tree, but no, I'm getting so distracted by it that I didn't see that. Mind Control is able to get a setup play here with some assistance of the teleport coming in from Matamaman. They'll get the takedown of U9.
I was very distracted as well. I was trying to see if I was switching between vision to see if he was actually catching glimpses of vision of him, and he wasn't actually. He just was getting experience, so he knew that the Alchemist was there.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a little bit distracted there. Apologies.
Monkey King things, you know?
Yeah, the changes of the way the vision works with the tree
Dire's
jump.
top tower is under attack.
Yeah, good rotation from Matu. He gets himself a kill, and he's able to pressure the top tower a bit.
And
now,
now yeah,
Triple
SCC
C.
could be in trouble. Sweeping in, just as Kaka is hoping to go for his own jump on the Miracle. That's when they'll see that it's Liquid dishing out their own surprise. But a rotation does come in from KP, and now it's going to be GH in a bit of trouble. Tries to sidestep the stun, but not going to be able to do so. Instead takes the full aggression up. They'll be able to get the finish there with the help of the Acid Spray. Mind Control burrows into the action now. But Matamaman getting involved, and now the jump in from Kuro should help them get the finish onto KP. Kaka will be able to roll up to the high ground to create a little bit of space. SCC will survive the initial gank attempt, and they'll trade 1 for 1. It is off lane going down in that Nyx Assassin for the little GH Crystal Maiden.
good aggression coming out from Liquid.
They're definitely trying to keep up this momentum here in the game. Kuro active, keeping around, keeping the setups going.
I mean, the ward placement just it dictates like what their idea is in the game, just like the other one. They put 2 very aggressive wards in to watch wherever the Alchemist is farming, kind of the same kind of concept as the last game.
C has been kind of working over here on the right-hand side of these 2 jungle camps, avoiding where all the vision is there and planted for Liquid. But Liquid confident to be moving on in. Uh-oh, Faith shows himself with a blast and then quickly retreats out, knowing that they could easily converge in. He's trying to slow their roll, but this looks like a tier 1 that is going to be going the way of Liquid right now. Meanwhile, bottom lane, GH has been spotted. Kaka holding the Boulder Smash for now. Doesn't want to overcommit, it looks like, and let that one go.
Dire's top
And that's
tower
the sound of a
has
tier
fallen.
1 going down. It's Liquid getting the first mark, pulling ahead still.
That's like this is like very typical Liquid kind of move
Radiant's
thing, right?
middle
Where they
tower
always
is
want to be able
under
to
attack.
claim that tier 1 very early. That's why I think that's why they like to pick these like Furions. They used to pick the Lycan a lot to kind of go for that kind of thing. Of course, not Lycan so much, but
Now the whole jungle is open to them, which takes away a jungle farm for the Alchemist, as mentioned before. Oh, 9 seems to get a quick snipe takedown there of Crystal Maiden, using that first Omni Slash of the game. Or a little support going down. Not much to see. It's probably too violent anyways. Pharaoh's back now in the bottom lane. Phase Boots Orb of Venom takes to the tree. And now between him and the approaching GH.
does not have range just yet.
Oh!
He's trying to get in the back, but
Kaka barely rolls away in time, avoiding the burrow coming in from Mind Control, but they're still going to look to pursue. A Boulder Smash comes out from Kaka, brilliantly able to create space, and they avoid what is a 4-man gank. U9, wow!
ooh, don't know if he would have died from that one anyway. I think it's only like 287 right now. Yeah, so he would have been okay.
But that is
Still.
almost full Liquid attendance in that bottom lane trying to make something.
The aggression, though, you can like feel like they're like, okay, we're versus like this Alchemist Jug, just like Newbee put the pressure on us a bit in the last game. We're the ones being the aggressors. We're the one putting the pressure, trying to make stuff happen all over the place.
Absolutely. Does pick up his Midas now.
KP, level 6 on the Nyx Assassin, scouts out the Sand King. Not seen Kuroki.
Dire's middle
They have
tower
really no
is under
way to
attack.
see Kuroki. Tough. Until you get like a
Oh, they just saw.
Coddle.
Dire's
Eat the tree.
structures are fortified.
Rotations coming in as they try to pressure for the tier 1 here.
Radiant's bottom
Can't
tower
believe you can get
is
away with
under
just
attack.
sitting way back there. Okay, Curl
On two.
eventually spring
Stun
out
off the mark
trouble,
from
but
KP.
tries to shuffle back, gets the Sprout. Nothing to really lock him in place.
5 heroes response from Newbee. Mind Control's able to find a little bit of space. Farm, go for that early blink dagger.
Flirting, but again, that continued respect from both these teams.
Fairly even. About 1,000 gold lead going toward Liquid, almost to 2,000 experience. That's probably the top tower. Top lane, here we go.
Epi Sunstrike. No hope right there for KP. He was
Dire's
done
top
for.
tower
Yeah,
is
Epi
under
from the
attack.
fog. Nice play there from Mind Control with that Calling Blade pickup that he does have. He cut himself like a kind of little path and was able to set up for that with the Sunstrike on top.
Gets that, gets a bounty rune, and gets himself that much closer to getting that Blink Dagger online. Nice little deep ward. They'll see Kaka rotating in as he dashes his way towards the haste rune. Mind Control trying to get the Kachanti one with the burrow with the Sunstrike.
Oh,
He is-
Sunstrike off the mark, but he should be done. He's dead anyway. Yeah.
All that for a haste rune, buddy.
Dire's
Not worth
middle
it.
tower
Not worth
is
it.
under attack.
At all.
Bottom lane, Kuroki. This could be where they get the aggression onto him, but nope. As soon as UU9 shows, he backs up.
Dire's
Another
middle
tower going to be going
has
down.
fallen.
More money in the bank for Liquid. Going against an Alchemist kind of a lineup, and things still pretty neck and neck. That's got to be awesome for Liquid.
Yeah, they're like aggro tri-lane really worked for them this game. They put a ton of pressure on the Coddle. The Earth Spirit wasn't able to really get the movement that he could. He didn't really have a great lane to gank because the Furion was able to just TP out multiple times. And yeah, it's just like everything's working. They pressured the Juggernaut so hard that his farm is just not good.
And it's
Now he's
not
getting
gonna
gone
get any
again.
better.
And
Yep.
is he going to be able to get brought down from this?
Yep.
Yes, he will be.
My God.
He's even going for a drum on Juggernaut. I don't remember the last time I saw a drum.
That's
hit.
like the equivalent of like Vanguard
Dire's
Spectre.
bottom tower
Oh.
is under attack.
He's just getting pressured way too hard. He's got 3,000 net worth, while his counterpart has almost 5,000. And it looks like Kuroki's feeling good, looking like he's going for a Midas on the Monkey King.
I mean, there's nothing to really stop him. They don't even see him. He's just constantly moving around the map, making all these wonderful setups. Probably calling the shots too. These setups spring into action with a +1 stun, the Sunstrike, and really a recipe for disaster.
Miracle went for a drum of his own too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
this
noticed
one.
I heard a drum
Yeah.
earlier in the mid lane, and I'm like, who has that drum? It's Miracle. Drum's back, I guess.
I think that was actually Matu's drum that was actually used before, because
Dire's
Matumba
top
Man also
tower
has one.
is
And
under
his
attack.
actually has a
Hell?
charge used on the Furion.
So drum is an item in Dota again, it seems like. All they had to do is kind of cut the price a bit.
It's good. I think it's good on certain heroes, like the Furion, the Invoker. It's, you know, for your Forge Spirits, etc.
Oh man, Newbee have a thing going here, but he actually just swings and misses Kuro and puts himself into quite the precarious situation. Kaka, unfortunately, not be able to get the connection onto Kuro he was hoping for, and now it's Liquid rolling into their territory while they're trying to deal with the stacked camp, hoping out SEC is going to be good enough. They're making their move for KP. There goes the Monkey Ultimate, and now KP tries to go for a TP, but he's not going to make it out. He gets quickly dropped. Kuro now dominating. Omni Slash the fly from Moon 9, and then the Blade Fury, but still not able to get the connection. Finally, they get the takedown. It's going to be onto GH, but they'll still be able to have their number. Take them down. It's going to be a 2-for-1 trade. It looks like
Faith gets a blast onto Kuroki in the backside.
All right. Earns him a little bit of a purse.
Yeah, pretty good one for him. Gets him like a full point booster if he wants to go
Dire's
for it.
bottom tower is under
Still obviously
attack.
far off the quota he had in the first game, but it doesn't matter. You got to get nags this game. Definitely want to be keeping tabs on Monkey King and maintain the vision here for your course. SCCC still holds the high net worth here, but it's not as high and mighty as you'd like to see in any typical Alchemist game. Trying to muscle his way towards the rest of that Radiance here. He's getting closer to at least getting the Sacred Relic complete, but has a little bit of a journey ahead of him.
Yeah, he's getting ran at so often. And
Also
losing those tier 1s, losing the top tier 1 and losing their mid tier 1, he doesn't have really great access to his jungle at all, so his farm is
This'll come in
getting
handy.
impacted a bit.
Oh, he popped the dust! Oh, they see him. He's able to get the Carapace, but it only briefly slows them down. Ruthless
Radiant's
Liquid
bottom
game.
tower is
Still
under attack.
Sunstrike.
very relevant here.
Miracle's getting majority of those last hits on the Sunstrikes too, so he's getting boosted quite
Radiant's
highly.
bottom
4-0.
tower
Yeah,
is under
4-0
attack.
and 6 involved in 10 of the kills, and he's neck and neck with the Alchemist, which is absolutely not where your Alchemist wants to be.
Toughed up game for Kaka too. This is like what
Yeah.
you see when you just don't get those setups in the early game, and you know you can't farm. You're just like lost, and you're in a rock. Got magnetized now at least, but a lot of work ahead of him here. He just falls flat so easily.
This
Some of
looks
these
like it will be
fights, but,
Kuroki's death this time around. Will he hop in the tree? No, he won't.
I'm almost hopping to a tree could be more trouble for him, but
Yeah.
they'll get him nonetheless.
They get
Wait,
Faith.
Liquid. Oh,
in the
Miracle
meantime.
got a kill, yeah.
Yeah, they get Faith in the meantime. I think he like spots a blast and Matumba just... Actually, I don't even think Matumba TP'd. I think it was just Miracle getting him. Oh, Air Neppy, bottom lane.
Yeah.
Sunstrike on top too. Boom. U9. Again, Miracle gets the last hit, so that'll be pretty much his Aghanims finished up on the Invoker. Very quick
Ooh.
timing.
Okay. Nice. 2-man stun into another 2-man stun into a magnetize into a silence pullback. Can they get the finish from Mind Control as well? Rotating on in is going to be Kuro, and he will be real close to his ally, but Kaka, let's go for it. Gets a nice 2-man connection of the Boulder Smash and another 2-man connection of the Impale from KP, but the damage is certainly not there. Plus they had that Shrine. It's no good. Mind Control will be able to get his kill. He's also now dominating. 15-6, still a heavy advantage right now for Liquid. Just as Newbee are able to scrap a kill together, they'll lose something like their Jug shortly thereafter.
This Invoker is immense.
Yeah.
He's got... Usually you see the Midas Aghanims come out, I'd say like between 18 and 24 minutes ideally. But he's got it at 16 minutes with the drum.
So they may be able to get Mind Control, or did I speak too soon?
30 HP.
Oh! He is able to get in the Sandstorm and make it out from trouble. Avoids the Omni Slash gank. Slick moves there from Mind Control.
And nothing is going in Newbee's favor
No,
this game.
not at all. Overexhausted from game one. I don't know what it is, but the fire is lit for Liquid, and for Newbee, it's definitely a shaky beginning.
Yeah, Kuroki's movement in the early game just really secured the lanes, and Newbee just wasn't able to really get anything from the laning phase, just kind of trading farm in a way.
He really plays this Monkey King well. I'm curious if it was him that was kind of taking priority on playing the hero and learning and adapting, or if he's just the only one who feels comfortable taking it. I'm not too sure, but he's making it work. See how much it's gonna. Here, what's he building? Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Midas.
Yep. She's almost got it.
They go for the Roche. They've got the not the double Forge Burst to help them out either, but they've got Alacrity and Furion, so
Like Newbee
Plenty.
even going to bother on that.
bottom tower
Got the lane,
is
but this
attacked.
is Liquid's Roche. This is Liquid's extra life. Sama Man building into what looks like an Orchid next.
Yeah, give himself some right click potential. I like it a lot. Getting recalled. Brought out. S-triple-C. Yeah, he's just now it's just going to be kind of like this farm game. Newbee's very under the gun and very pressured, so they're just kind of going to be sticking on their side of the map. While yeah, Liquid being the aggressors. We're going to see very defensive wards coming out from Newbee more than likely.
Yeah, Shadow Blade in queue for Jug.
Damage.
I mean, it's different. It's weird too, but it's like the idea of it you can kind of understand. They want to run this for space make for the Alchemist as much as possible till later on.
Volker is just getting grossly farmed right now. I'm gonna look
Yeah.
over at him. Got Boots of Travel in queue here.
I mean, it's KP is also not able to, not really finding any of the potential places for the ganks. Oh, he spots Kuroki.
Okay. Okay. Goes for the stun, and the mana burn. Rolling on in is going to be Kaka, setting up the extra bit of stun, and then he gets hit with another stun. It's over. Kuro goes down, but that's just your pesky monkey running across the map here. Forces 3 from Newbee to respond and kind of be able to get the finish.
Small steps.
Small steps. Here they come, charging down their way towards their first tier 1. SEC is still their big hope right now, as he's bulking up pretty nicely here. Obviously already has that radiant stun.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He went for the early charge though, so he did want to be able to have that extra bit of survivability. Because how much pressure was going on my control with a big commitment stun. There was no Sunstrike on top with the Fury, I don't think.
Tornado is going to catch on the KP. Blue 9 though, Blade fearing away from the trouble. A harder commitment does come in, and they are going to get the finish onto my control. Okay.
Maybe some slight miscommunication, because every single time there's been a stun, there's been the Sunstrike follow-up almost instantly. This time there was the Wrath of Nature was committed with the Burrow Strike, but there was no Sunstrike.
Oh, they got him! Kuro out of the
Kuro.
tree! He gets stunned and he gets taken down. Suddenly Newbee beginning to string together a couple of kills. Can they catch GH with the Boulder Smash here? Lines up the shot. Nope, he doesn't. He forgot he couldn't kick the stone. He dropped the stone and walked past it, I guess. Didn't actually get the kickoff.
Dire's bottom tower.
Yeah, I don't know if they really wanted to commit into a tier 1 either, so. But yeah, maybe a slight little mistake there from Kaka. 9. Ooh, tornadoed up.
Oh!
Oh!
Did I
Beautiful combo.
Why you banned Hero?
Perfect spell committed.
All right, well. Seems to happen every time. You take one of ours, we take your Jug. Jug gets brought down yet another peg as he continues to fall behind the Sand King.
He at least has his Shadow Blade finished up.
Yeah.
He's getting for like back lines and stuff. And he's gonna be able to get pooled items eventually from the Alchemist, so at least there's that.
Right. Faith is stringing his way closer towards that Axe here for the Coddle. He's got 2 of the 4 pieces now complete.
He's almost got 3 pieces
Almost
complete.
got the third.
He's doing very well. That's a big turn thing when they get the Aghanims. The vision from the daytime versus the Monkey King is massive.
Yep.
And always,
Yep.
it's not even just the vision too. It's also always having your spirit form up to always have the chance to use Blinding Light in those team fights and be able to recall anybody or recall the Alchemist around. Since Alchemist did not go Boots of Travel this game.
Yep. Now he does the
They're
recall.
bringing him in. Miracle.
Ooh, Mana Leak on the Miracle here. They bump him back. My Control goes to the high ground, then slides right back down, seeing the trouble before him. They commit on in. It looks like they might have to settle for the Sand King here. Magnetize committed, but that's when Kuro's going to be dishing out the Monkey King ult. Faith. Oh, he fortunately doesn't have that Spirit Form up to be able to bump him out, so Miracle's going to be able to get the slash finish for Kaka. Kuro will be taken apart, though. Kaka will be able to get the last hit there. A 1-for-1 trade. I'll hit the shrine and refresh. The Newbee will take the slight golden XP trade.
How much time we got left on Age? This should be getting reclaimed very shortly. Yeah, about 30 seconds.
Wave here. Newbee really finding their best success when they've been kind of moving as a group here.
Yeah, I think that's what they definitely have to be doing in this one.
Yep.
I mean, the lane's going to be pushing in, but that's the beauty of having the coddle.
Oh.
BKB, very early BKB
Debut of the
Alchemist.
BKB. Yeah, it's to dodge out this burrow strike. Gets the acid spray so he can't easily blink away, but I don't think that's how you want to show off your BKB.
Yep, definitely not, but okay. That happened.
Ugh. Well, Aegis will be reclaimed now. As the Alchemist steps away to go back to the farm, that's when Liquid make their approach. A beautiful tornado setup comes out from Miracle, allows for the follow-up there from Mind Control, and they'll get the quick takedown of Faith, prolonging that Magnums a little bit more.
Yeah, this is big. Whenever they can pick up the coddle, whenever they see him, they have to try to go for it. They've now claimed all the tier 2s, so this really limits Newbee's potential to get a lot of farming, but there's no real big wards. I think we should see some wards on somebody here on Liquid, right? Oh no, nobody's actually carrying any wards. They only have one down, so I guess the other one.
Well, they used two, but they're just unfortunately a little close together. That's what you were talking about in the previous game, where in these fights breaking out, you got to get the best vision possible. So that's when you're going to see some crazy obs as a follow-up to it. But your Liquid step back and get back to the grind towards the top lane here.
Very concerned for the Juggernaut, but there is always the So he's very thankful that he can get items pooled, but he's got to get a couple of his own. I feel like they do need to emphasize on making sure that U9 lives in a couple of these engagements.
Definitely.
KP as well. KP is just like this. I mean, I feel like that's the style that he plays for this team, though. He's the big sacrificial lamb.
It really is.
The last game, I think he bought back like 6 times and didn't get like the greatest item progression, but he did his job. This game, he's 0-4, but he's trying to get the setup for his team because that's he's the initiator. He's got to get the fight started, heading toward that blink dagger. Not too far away, 700.
I would imagine Newbee are going to take the time to farm right now. Faith can kind of finish up that Ags would be big. Getting KP that blink dagger would be nice. Looks like the Octarine is going to be slotted up next year for SEC, but that is a little ways ahead.
He went back for the bots so they can have that split push potential with the recalls coming up from Faith.
Okay. Good here. What about Liquid side?
Just Maelstrom on Matu, 4-step GH, and Kuroki now going back for that basher that we do talk about. For the
So why is it always is it because of the ultimate?
Yeah.
It's like turns it into a mini like Ravage.
Pretty much, it's pretty ridiculous what a support can do with that.
Again, we'll keep eyes on the Faith to try to make sure that Bat isn't too much trouble for him. If he managed to cancel out that ult right away with the blinding light, that's pretty nice. But here's Liquid looking to go on the move. They smoke up and they're heading right into Newbee territory here, where this Alk continues to try to find this little pocket of farm.
They're here. They're setting up. Just TPing in. He's stuck in the tree. He's got his tree and stuff.
Miracle hustle down for Kaka, but Newbee are making their own approach from behind. Ooh, Omni Slash going to be totally soaked up there from Matama Man, so he goes down right away. Already a 1-for-1 split favoring Newbee, and they're chasing Liquid out from their side right now. Chase is on while Miracle is in the other half.
S-Triple-C is just chasing them down with this BKB.
Miracle needs to rotate back to the mid lane to assist his teammates. Now will step in, pops him with the Deafening Blast and the Ice Wall, but they're going to be able to get the GH finish there. KP gets it done. Miracle looks to move in. SEC, look at him diving in deep, looking to go for Mind Control, who's able to get off the epicenter. Is it going to be enough firepower? It will be. They'll get the finish there. U9 looks to sweep in to help clean up what's remaining, but not going to be able to get it, and he's going to be forced to Blade Fury TP home.
Oh, S-Triple-C is crazy. I love this guy.
He's diving so friggin' deep, man.
He just went in with that. I mean, with the early BKB pickup, he can just run down the CM and the Monkey King. Maybe a little bit of an overcommittal trying to go for Mind Control too, but
yeah.
He's showing he's not afraid. That's for damn sure. Now Faith does have that Aghanim finished up that we've been talking about
Hell
nonstop.
yes.
So we're going to be seeing a gem picked up relatively soon after that, and that's when it starts becoming a little bit easier for Newbee to be able to make these moves. And I think KP did finish up the Blink Dagger right before that engagement, so that gives him much easier initiations. And that Blink Dagger on Nyx is so important because it allows Kaka to position himself much better in these fights as well.
And Tom also learned he could still get chewed up pretty easily there. I mean, being a bit isolated, fortunately had to eat the full Omni Slash. Even this, under-farmed Jug was able to kind of do some good work.
He was under the acid spray too. He just got decimated by that minus armor.
Liquid thinking about tickling the Roche here a bit, but there are some newbie members missing off the map, which is getting him a bit curious. Slowing down the roll a bit, but I'm hearing some recalls here. Faith is bringing the party. Blast across, but it's going to be coming up just a bit short into the pit. More TP's in. Now SC's here. Can they kill this Roche fast enough? No, looks like Liquid have already pulled away from the pit. Newbie will probably poke their head in. See that they touched it a bit. There they go, looking to go to the high ground. They'll see GH and they'll quickly pop him down. Deep roll comes out from Kaka. They've spotted Kuro within the trees and they'll also take him down. Newbie suddenly up with 2 kills. They themselves thinking about moving into the, they themselves looking to move into the ancient camp. Miracle trying his best to stop him, just easily blast down Kaka, but it cost him his own life. It may have. 20 HP. Running away under the ghost walk right now and has somehow been able to make it out. He is gone. Barely.
Feels like if Faith was like point one more second on the Illuminate, anything would have finished cleaning him up, but really nice perceptive play there from Miracle, getting that Ghost Walk blink off.
And he actually stopped him from doing the Roche.
Yeah.
The seeds are formed.
Mind Control will keep the pressure down this mid lane, and Newbee are going to have to do a bit of a reset here. They can't go back in to go for the extra life and just go back for the farm instead. 6K gold though on SC. Yummy. Call back to the side once again, where they anticipate there could be a new approach into the Roche pit, which there is. And that's when SC decides to just roll his way forward. BKB. Confident, drops the acid spray, the blast flies in. Meteor gets dropped around the KP. He's trying to find his way out, but they hit him with the dust. He needs another hat, and they get him. Miracle jumps in to go for the finish with a deafening blast, and will get it done. Newbee will be short their Nyx assassin here.
That Roche is half HP.
Yep. Miracle wants that life.
If KP had buyback gold, he would have probably done it instantly, but he does not have buyback gold.
Need 30 seconds. They could recall him in at that point, but
they really want to fight around the Octarine, I believe, with SCCC. He actually only picked up the Soul Booster.
But here they might roll it again. Here comes a big mighty blast. We'll hit onto him. That's when SCC decides to dance on in. There goes the stun. There goes the Trinity AP. Is that going to pop the BKB? No. He wants to lose all the mana and go in for the Roche instead. Miracle's waiting on the other side though.
Mind Control, Epi.
He's going to blink. There's the Epi. There's the burrow. There's the hit. A stun does come out. Miracle looking to go for the swipe. Does not get it. The Dire take the Roche kill, and it's U9 who grabs up the Aegis. Miracle going to be left inside. He's going to scoot himself out. Double stun though. Yeah. Blast is waiting for him. And it's going to be Newbee. Take the Roche.
Did they get the last hit as well? They did. So they get the last hit on Roche. They get the Aegis.
I thought Miracle was going to be able to snipe that for sure. He was just waiting for the blinking snag, but
nobody dies. Somehow nobody died. In the midst of all of that chaos.
A 5-on-5 Roche pit engagement. No one dies. You don't see that happen in Dota like ever. All right, what happens now? Based on these recent events, are we starting to say that Newbee could be pulling ahead in this one?
They're starting to trickle into favor. I would say so.
Still not
a little bit of a gold lead for Liquid.
Yeah, especially considering the Alf, you can see the crippling factor of where the Jug was. And he's still trying to push himself into more relevance here. Muscling his way towards what is looking like a Diffusal Blade, and there he commits for both the Blades of Alacrity, so definite Diffusal coming in.
Jam almost picked up from Faith. Waiting for the next daytime in about a minute. They're going to be able to clear out a lot of the vision that was placed out from Liquid during that engagement near the Roche pit.
What about Matamaman's position in this game now? He's been able to finish out the Mjolnir. I mean, is it getting to that point in the game? Is he going to have to be a dirty ratter at any? Like, when do you have to get to that point?
Maybe eventually, but I think he wants to be able to get more involved in the team fights. He queues up the BKB as well, so he wants to be more involved in there. But every time I've seen him actually join in, he just gets like Omni Slash or just bursts down very quickly. He only has one death, so that was the only one, but he's not really able to like dish out the damage that he would like to be doing. So he's just like, he's just pushing lanes out.
Doesn't offer a lot right at the moment, except for his hefty right click. But if he's in right click territory, then he's also in die territory here.
Okay, so GH picked up a gem before there just recently, and he gave it to Mind Control. So now they're gonna be going on their own mission of dewarding and putting the pressure onto Newbee.
Right up into Newbee Woods they go, probably planting some wards along the way if possible here.
It's daytime now. Coddle has his gem finished up as well.
Did you say Kuro got his basher?
Radiant's top
got his
tower
basher now.
is under
Yeah, he
attack.
had. I think he had a go, but he wasn't able to use it because of the way the engagement happened. Yeah.
Okay.
Little basher.
Right in the high ground. Liquid were there waiting for him, and they're going to quickly assault Kaka and take him down. Now looking to go for the follow-up on the KP. They hit him up with the Yules. As he falls down, they'll also get that one too.
Nice
Or
Orchid usage
offlaner.
there. Some right away.
Okay, good pick right there. The biggest of bountiful pickups there for Liquid, but still prize in itself. A point booster. Is it Ags time for SEC to start handing out?
Looks like it might be.
Yeah, interesting. I wonder if he's also going to be a part of the hand it off to Jug first.
Oh,
kind
he
of
already
thing.
has the whole one? What? Oh, I thought he only had the point boost. Just off thing. Who's he gonna?
Snap.
Who's he gonna give it to?
Fine.
Jug
But they
or
want to give it to him
Nyx?
in the dark.
Jug or
Doesn't wanna
Nyx,
show it?
right? I think maybe the Nyx, just because of how rough of a game KP's having.
Yeah.
If he's able to just position himself in the burrow, he's actually really hard to be brought down. I think that might be what he's doing. Let's see. KP's TPing in, he swaps it in. Yeah, he's gonna give it to KP.
Nice. Give it to him, bro.
So it's on cooldown, man. He just swapped it in.
All right.
Backpack.
Backpack problems. Hold on, dude. Let me try to find it in my backpack. KP got a feeling his net worth jumps up quite a bit.
He's back. KP's like, thank you.
And, you know, all the goodness that comes with it. Suddenly they get that much more valuable, like a high ground defense.
Yeah, as long as they can like post up a team fight and just stay within the area of the burrow, it can be very powerful for them versus that Invoker. And Furion is able to break the Lincolns a lot easier with that reduced cooldown and increased range.
Radiant structures are
Just be a lot of just a much bigger nuisance, which KP's had a pretty rough series. Even last game, he was doing his job, but he's just dying. I mean, he is, like I said, sacrificial lamb.
He's definitely been throwing himself for the greater good of the team into a lot of these fights just to get those initial setups, and it continues here in game 2. Tier 1 goes down the bottom lane. The push goes on for Newbee, but so does it for Liquid here in the top lane. Forward Spirits now begin to creep their way to the high ground. He has surprised best to kind of slow that roll. But, he now hanging out inside Liquid territory here. Now they're going to get the recall, I think, for SC, and they'll see Mind Control. Ooh, pump fake once. Going to be able to get the use off. Can he blink away? Slide. And scoots out.
They don't like the positioning of where they are.
I know, it's
but
very awkward.
They do have a burrowed.
Oh, they
Nyx.
spotted the Kuro Monkey King hiding within the trees, of course, with that Ags, and they'll quickly take him down.
Oh, KP gets orchided up. He's running into the Crystal Maiden. Ultimate Kaka gets Sunstriked as well.
Yep.
They're able to set up the Burrow Strike. BKB popped by SCCC. The Omni Slash committed onto Mind Control, cleans him up. Gem dropped onto the ground. Looks like Liquid has to run away here. Tier 2 will be pressured now by Newbee, and they do claim that gem, as I just mentioned, which was picked up by, which was used
Radiant's bottom
by the
tower
Carl's
Sand
like,
King.
hell yes.
Double gem.
Yes. Good patience from Newbee. Didn't quickly just jump on the Sand King that was there in front of them. They recognized the positioning was so awkward they decided to double back, and they had all that high ground flying unobstructed vision from the Coddle. They just see a little monkey dancing around within the trees and handle him.
Yeah, just like we were mentioning during the draft. It's very clever pickup from them. It's gonna be
Element,
going
though.
to-
Seeds of force.
Tries to pressure the top lane a bit. Could find himself going for those split pushes more often as this game progresses.
SCCC is going to be having the Abyssal Blade finished up any moment now. He can get rid of his armlet. His armor is still a little bit low, though, on the Alchemist, but there's no real like straight physical damage coming out from Liquid, so it's not really that big of an issue.
Radiant's middle tower is
There's
under
his
attack.
Abyssal now done.
Well gotten
Alright, well,
gains.
it's just getting a bit interesting for Liquid because you're trying to figure out where they're going to end up in this later game. Like, who is going to be the
Radiant's top
macho
tower
man? I
is
mean,
falling.
Miracle, without question, has
Invisibility.
got some serious late game potential, but
It's level 25 as well in Miracle now too. Takes the AoE Deafening Blast this game.
curious though for Matama Man, some of these heavy team engagements, how much he's going to really be able to bring, whereas maybe doing stuff like this is going to be his best move now. Split pressure there.
It's always hard as a Furion, like when you're playing versus these type of disables and everything. He does have the BKB now, but it's like, what do you really contribute with for your team in a team fight? It's very hard for you to really do so when you're getting ran at.
Ooh, Miracle. Get dusted, but he's so freaking fast, he already heads out the other side.
S-Triple-C, they have GH, Matumba, and Kuroki kind of in the area, but he is way too beefy.
Yeah, that's the thing is like the damage is really, you know, to take down
Oh,
Alchemist.
Matu blinks in. Gets some damage on the tower, almost clears it, forces a glyph as well, but yep, Sprout TP's out.
That's gonna be. Looks like they've been able to get the catch on the Crystal Maiden though. They will make her pay. He needs an abyssal, poor lady.
Sliced. Matu sells his Midas now and he finishes up the full Bloodthorn. So he's actually dealing quite a decent chunk of damage now. He's going to be doubling back for an AC.
Roots and run.
I'm curious to see the next move from Newbee. Feels like their offensive potential has slowed down a little bit.
They seem to be feeling pretty good though. Next Aghanim's being queued up. Down will probably go to the Jug. I mean, it could even go to the Earth Spirit.
They
Still a
feel,
possibility.
based on their body language, like they're just content playing the economy game and pulling this one out in the later. But they could find themselves pulled apart quite a bit here to deal
Radiant's
with
middle tower is
this
under
very
attack.
annoying Nature's Prophet. That's where it could be on KP to kind of make sure he stalks that little bit of extra know-how. And right now he could be doing that. Look at this. They're TPing in SEC and they make the jump to go right onto mind control, but look at Matama Man just ditch it out with that blood shard and just gives it right back at him. Monkey King ditches up the opening, gets quickly blasted down. They're gonna do a one-for-one trade. Mighty Imya Slash flying through. Matama Man looking to retreat, gets the Stealth Sprout, looking to go for the TP out. Can he make it away? They're trying to slice him down through it. They can't do it. He is gone and out, but can we say the same for Miracle? Gets blasted with the stun, gets hit up. His Linget's gonna get popped. Slowly being brought down. The Sprout is there, and he has no way to get out from the trees. He's locked inside, and he's gone. Matama Man pulls out a hell of a save, and Miracle gets right back into the action to get the finish, but he does get hit with the stun, popping the Lincolns, and Miracle's good. Hell of a save there from Matama Man. Well, out on the other side, Mind Control looking to go for a deep commitment here. SCC just getting danced with right now.
Both of us just like, the Sprout!
He's like, oh
no,
shit.
Matu had a lot of clutch plays there with the Bloodthorn as well onto the Earth Spirit. Just, yeah, it's just really well played there by them. Able to pick themselves up a couple kills. They do lose two, but still.
Okay. Magnum's number 2. This one going.
I would imagine it would be U9, yeah. But U9, he actually didn't even get his BKB up. Did he not have it and then he swapped? Did he just buy it now after the engagement? I mean, let's see, is he giving it to Kaka, the Aghanim's? He did give it to Kaka instead. So now they do have the Stone Enchant Remnant.
He's
and
got Blink
and the
too,
pull. Yeah, so
so
now the catch potential and the save potential as well
save
too.
potential. Good. That's a lot of good things. Man. Now that Sprout, is that concerning? They have ways to break down those trees, but I'd hate to see STCC caught in those kind of pickles every fight moving forward. They have, you know, Earth Spirit to help break down the trees. They have, I believe it's, still Quelling Blade onto KP.
Yeah, Quelling Blade on Faith and KP, I believe, and they have a 4-step flow.
They got to be there for him if he is trapped out. Oh, that pesky Matama Man, he's got our tier 3. Our Rax is now exposed. Let the rat begin.
Let the shrines as well begin.
Look at this smoke run from Newbee.
Radiant's middle tower is
Liquid
under
territory
attack.
here, but Liquid are already
Radiant
out on the other side.
structures are fortified.
Splitting the map as much as possible. Miracle doing his thing up at the top. It's going to be hair pulling for Newbee now.
Oh, that tier 1's still alive. It's got 30 HP.
No one wants to deny it.
Oh, they're coming on. They're getting wrap around here. Mind Control blinks in. He gets this stun onto Faith.
BKB Miracle coming right in. Insta blast and takedown onto Faith here. Now it's going to be SC and them slashing it out. He'll get the quick takedown onto Mind Control. It goes right for the buyback. Newbee looking to pull off from this fight. Are they going to be able to make it out though? Caught deep in with side is going to be Kaka. He will have to be the sacrifice. Newbee still trying to run, but GH is still on the chase. Gets a frostbite onto SCCC. Now Matama Man rotating in. That's the Sprout. They're both trapped inside. There goes the Spring. There goes the CM ulti. And that's going to be the end of both of them. Instantly shredded apart. And now looking for more. KP trying to make an escape, but it's not going to be happening. The Alk buys back too. Recognizing that the push is coming, but What? These cores are just trapped within the trees. When they don't have the assistance from those allies who have the ways to get them out, they're just stuck.
Instant buyback from my control to get the field to chase out multiple heroes. Montu with, I mean, oh, like, I don't know how you can't even plan those. Just perfect sprouts.
That was crazy.
And they do claim themselves Faith Gem, and I think they got their own gem back too. So Newbee now has no gem, and they're gonna have to buy themselves another one if they want it. I don't think it'll be up just yet. I think they bought it within the last couple of minutes, but you can't check. So
The tides continue to turn, and the net worth will be reclaimed by Liquid once again on the back of that fight. Impressive. Be a bit concerning now. SCCC also just dished out his buyback from the previous engagement too. Ball's in Liquid's court as they finish out their first shrine. Could decide to just easily go coast to coast. Actually, they already have the Treants there and claim yet another 150 gold.
it's a Jug and Alchemist versus the world, kind of in a way, because KP just keeps getting brought down so quickly in the starts of the fights from the Bloodthorn.
Yep. Still, got to give a little bit of respect to Newbee and their high ground defense. Now they got the Burrow Nyx Assassin plus the Keeper Ags.
Plus the Earth Spirit Ags.
Acid Spray. There's a lot. Yeah, he could just jump out there and kick someone into the base.
Yep.
Isolate them out. Straight up. You know, that's another great tool they wish they had when they're caught in Sprout. You can always just pull SCCC out. Would have been doing a great job by taking out the supports. Are continuing to kind of try to be the shepherds here and corral Newbee inside the safety of their own home as they continue to pressure the top lane and the mid lane.
Yeah, just pushing all three lanes in, pressuring the shrines. None of them are really waiting on any of the big item just yet from what I see on Liquid. They've got the BKB now on the Monkey King. AC finished up on Matu. Everyone's looking like they've got their critical mass, and this could be when they go for the push since they do have the Aegis
Bit of
on
a misplay there by
and,
my control.
We didn't see it.
I saw it. Hopefully it doesn't cost him too much. There's a Yules. A bit of a mistiming there for the Boulder Smash. Miracle's still waiting within the trees, but he might just have to see his teammate go down or not. He's like, I'll battle it out. It's an Aegis after all. Miracle pops his BKB, rolls on in, gets the easy takedown of Kaka. And that's when Matamaman shows up with that deadly Sprout. Blue 9 trying to go for the TP within the trees, and he'll be able to make it out.
Yeah, BKB TP. He did have to BKB though.
Only costs Liquid their Aegis. But now they don't have to worry about that pesky possible initiation coming up from the Earth Spirit Ags.
Yeah, still, it's very hard to just 5-man push a lane. Like, obviously not just from the armor that you get from all the heroes being there from the recent changes, but also Burrow Nyx and Earth Spirit and everything. Then you just gotta do the split push multiple lanes, and that's exactly what Matu does. Will they be able to catch him with the Silver Edge? UU9 is in.
Yo, they hit him once, they hit him twice. They go for the Omni, and he tries to hide within the Sprout. Eats the cheese, goes for the TP, and says, see you later, nerds. Right back to the top lane, and right back to his team. They're already inside the base, making a fight happen. Oh my god, Epic Burrow to fly out. The instant takedown of KP. BKB's popped even on Kuro now, as they'll shred through the tier 3. All that attention drawn from Newbee to the bottom lane allows the kind of opening for Liquid to creep on in.
We're at Dota. You mentioned it before. When it's time for Matu to just start the splitting, and this is when it is.
Pulling Newbee apart, forcing their ties to one side or the other here, or at least forcing
Matu
themselves to
towards
be
bottom.
grossly unnumbered.
He's going right away for that.
Simply disgusting.
There's no Glyph either. He's got AC. He should bring that melee Rex down very quickly, but he is a bit reluctant on how much he wants to commit. BKB was still on cooldown, doesn't want to die. Just backs up.
It's going to be super annoying for Newbee moving forward. Faith is going to have his work cut out for him here. Maybe they should just flop him in the bottom lane and continue to blast it out or something, but they know they need nearby also for the blinding lights and everything else, and the heals.
Now they're starting to chip at the range Rex instead. They're like, okay.
Unhealable damage.
Unhealable damage.
Unhealable
Exactly.
damage. Got him.
Just keeping them, like you said, corralled in their base. Liquid just keeping the pressure on, forcing all three lanes in, not letting Newbee be the aggressors at all.
Starve them out. Starve them out. Liquid need this one more than ever. They need wins moving forward for this group stage. Chance at top 2. Quick little pull back there. Newbee just continuing to try to get all these creeps and critters off their front lawn. But for one lane they go to and they're pressured, the next lane's already wound up and ready to head to the high ground. Very nice spread here. And I don't know if the onus is on Newbee to try to make a move.
Just not stop getting chipped at. Range racks, 140 HP, 115, almost dead. Not needing to commit anything for that, they're just throwing forward spurs.
Just as their creeps run out, that's Miracle kind of dealing with them. The Tamaman in the bottom lane also still pressuring there. Unite tries to run on out, but they have sentries now.
Yeah, GH went over and set up Warden and Sentry to watch that kind of gain potential. Nice.
And just as they make their approach to the bottom lane, that's when Liquid run into the top lane to go for the finish. Miracle just pops his BKB, and he is going for the objective at hand, and they will get it done.
Bottom lane as well.
Top set of racks gone. Liquid looking to go for the bottom set as well. The Tamaman hard committing for it. Pops BKB, self-sprout, gets forced out from it, and they will actually manage to bring him down this time. And still chasing for more. It looks like DH has been spotted. Kind of tries to go for the freezing field, but gonna get quickly canceled there. Hey, Liquid get a good prize. That's 3 Raxes.
Yeah, they get the top set and the melee Rax bottom. And now I think this is where Newbee's probably like, we can't let them do that ever again. We can't let them do this chipping. We need to start running on the engagements.
I don't know what they do to stop it, though.
Dire Courier gets slain with like 4,000 gold on him. What was that?
Yeah, he's taunting away, juggling. What was on there? Swap the hotkeys. I can't hit 2 anymore.
I can't
look
check
at
it.
it. It makes me. Oh, Miracle! Confidently moving in with a BKB. Knows he can easily isolate and take down Kaka. And gets it done, but can he get away? Look at the trouble that's coming. He's getting all paths covered. he's like, Ice Path over here, EMP over there. No one chase me, please.
8,000 gold on that Invoker.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Can you hand a Moonshard to somebody, sir?
Maybe that's where the Courier's going.
To Monkey King, that'd be pretty. Well, Liquid still confident to move through this top lane. Newbee close by though.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Struggling. Oh, they spotted Curl, but Curl's like, I can't.
Got the BKB with his Abyssal.
Ah, yeah.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
No.
Radiant's middle tower
Yes,
is
Kuro.
under attack.
Again, Matu with the split push. Gets a lot of damage on that tier 3 mid. SCCC having, I think he lost, I think it was 3 parts of the Aghanims on the Courier, and then a 900 gold item, which I would assume would be the Order Staff for the Juggernaut. But I don't know. Yeah, actually, I'm completely just assuming.
Dire's bottom barracks.
But I know it was probably the 3 parts of the Aghanims for the Alchemist. And now he's going to be giving his Moon Shard to the Juggernaut very soon.
Dire's middle tower is under
Newbee
attack.
can't make it out from their base, man. They had a bit of a decommitment there trying to make a chase for Miracle, but see that just anytime they venture out from home, they just get punished for it. They have a tight leash. No do to just change this. Anytime they want to venture out, I don't know what's going to stop Liquid from moving any more Omegas.
Battle Fury picked up on Juggernaut. 50 minutes in. Just feeling like he needs to be able to push these waves out. They're just constantly getting forced into their faces.
Why a Battle Fury and not just like getting a Maelstrom or something?
Being able to cut the tree, the sprout, right?
Aha! Yeah.
Doesn't want to get kited.
Aha.
Aha.
There you go. Little bit of space here for Newbee to finally creep out as they head on south. Liquid members vicinity, it would appear.
Deso finished up for Karoki. This is where it's like a lot of luxury items coming off of Liquid, so we'll just check which one. I think it's an full Aghanim for the Crystal Maiden. And wait, did I just say that right?
Aghanims is so good now too. I don't know if I've seen an Aghanims Crystal Maiden in a competitive game personally, but you gotta remember that's frostbite for anyone stuck inside.
Yeah. Oh, I keep forgetting that you can you can give the moon shards to your teammates globally.
Yep, it's globally.
I saw him turn and it looked like he used it on the Crystal Maiden. I was like, did Miracle just give CM a moon shard? And then I see the Furion has it all the way in the top lane. I forgot that you could do it globally.
Yeah,
I
it
did
doesn't
see
make a
that,
sound
yeah.
or anything. You just suddenly have it.
I thought it had gotten hotfixed because I saw that you could do it initially, and I thought somebody like said something, and I thought it was actually changed, but guess not.
Nope. And during this time window, I don't know how much Newbee were able to kind of get done. There is going to be a Roche coming up. That's probably what Liquid could be waiting for here.
What Newbee got done during that time was they pulled Juggernaut not only a Moon Shard, but an Aghanims as well now. So his net worth jumped up quite a bit.
Finally managed to get himself up in the head. Over the scene. Only credit to all the assistance from his comrades. Good Liquid here. Miracle and Matoma Man in the bottom lane. Perched up. Waiting to find a sneaky way maybe inside, while on the other front, scouting the Roche to see when that will come back. Newbee just looks like they're going to double back towards their base here.
It's too hard for them to catch these split pushers, even though they have the Coddle Recall and the Nyx and the Earth Spirit being able to do it. It's just like all 3 lanes are being pressured in.
It's nighttime now too.
Yeah, and Liquid is doing a really good job of always having like 2 people. It's never one person isolated. Mid lane.
Oh, they
DAC.
spotted 9. Yeah, they got a good stun onto him. A force on in, a deafening blast. He finally gets the BKB up, but he's not able to get anything done. Both him and SCCC will go down. That's going to be a forced buyback. This could be the beginning of the end here. If Newbee can't hold, and now being down a man, it's going to be so big. And now they lose another. That's a gem on the deck as KP's going to get dropped. That's a crucial factor of their high ground defense. Now it's pretty much all on the Coddle to try to slow it down with SCCC. But I don't think they're going to be able to do it alone here. But Matoma Man going right on in confidently with the BKB, taking it right to the tier 3 with the blitz is on. Hits him up with the Sprout. They look to bump him back. And now from the low ground, GH with the Agnum's freezing field doing destructive work, taking out Kaka right away. Miracle gets the finish on the tower, and Liquid looking to go for Megas and looking to at least even the series up 1-for-1. And I think they've got it. Megas now unleashed, and that's going to be the game. Liquid putting on a much stronger showing for game number 2. Newbee still make them sweat a bit for it, but that was definitely much more decisive. Liquid get their first win of DAC after 4 games. 4 games, they finally get it.
That was like some small mistakes from Newbee, just maybe a couple little overcommittals, and then the buyback from Mind Control. I think the big one was around that Ancient area, and then they get a Roche